Hello, welcome to the Champion of Light tournament. Before we get to our first matches, we'll do a little bit of a rundown of the rules. Survivors will be competing to be the Champion of Light by earning light points. They'll be facing off in a 1v1 format to determine where they end up in either losers or winners bracket. For example, our first match of the tournament will be Tap versus Kate. Whoever wins moves on to winners bracket. Whoever loses goes to losers bracket. In order to progress in the tournament, our survivors will have to award themselves light points through their actions in the trials. Completing the gen themselves will earn them 2 points, while a teammate completing the gen will only award 1 point, so the survivors will have to make sure that they complete the gens themselves to get those extra points. Flashlight saves will reward the survivors with 2 points. Opening an exit gate will also result in 1 point. If they get both exit gates opened, that is a point each. Past the preliminary matches, survivors can swap out up to 2 of their perks with Blast Mine and or Flashbang, which they can earn light points with. Flashbang saves will be 2 points, just like a normal flashlight save. Blast Mine will result in 1 point. Survivors will have to run their free perks alongside Champion of Light. Alan will run a universal perk chosen at random. A disconnected 5 gens counts them game null and void, and a rematch will take place. A farm and AFK killer does not count as a valid game, and a match will just take place instead of it. In case of a draw in light points, a rematch will take place. In case of a second draw, the survivor with the most gens done themselves across 2 games will be the determination of the win. If that's the same, then the win is determined by a coin flip. So when it comes to the finals, there will be a victor of the winners bracket and a victor of the losers bracket. They will both face off in a final matchup where the champion of light will be determined. The winner from losers bracket will have to reset the bracket in order for them to win, which means that they have to win 2 or 3 games, and then they would be classed themselves as a winner. And then in the final match, it would be a winner versus winner situation, where whoever wins that best of 3 will be the winner. If the winner of winners bracket wins the first set of 3 games, they'll just be the winner. They'll be the champion of light. And we won't have to go through that ordeal. We will have to find out as the tournament goes on if that takes place or not. And that's it for the rules. Enjoy the first matchup, and of course enjoy the rest of the tournament. I will do my best to commentate over these matches. All of these matches took place live on Twitch, so make sure to check out twitch.tv/JesseEvil6 to catch more shenanigans. Perhaps like this in the future, perhaps a killer one in the future. But other than that, enjoy. We have... Let's take off all the perks. Lovely jubbly. So, we're allowed to bring blood point offerings. Nothing else. Each survivor is allowed to bring a yellow flashlight. No add-ons. And they must run, first of all, Champion of Light. There we go. And they're 3 teachable perks. So Tap has Detective's Hunch, Stakeout, and Tenacity. How long have I been commentating for? The Evil Rumble was my first commentary performance. At least officially. I did commentating under a different name years before for different events. But officially as D. Jesseville, I have been commentating for 2 events now. This is the second. And I would like to, hopefully, as if I continue to do a good job, and if you guys like me, the team will continue to employ me, and, yeah. Also, the team are in my ears saying, you need to move over a little bit, because you will be in the way of perks. And I have heard their cries, and I have adjusted that. I screamed to the team, I emphasized with the team that it's been a while since I have been accustomed to this format. Who is... Wesker is Tap's first encounter. Wesker going into the house. Huntress Lullaby. Now, I did say, Detective's Hunch could have some value here if Tap can complete a gen. A boon? Exponential. Oh my. For the first game, Tap is feeling pretty happy with this initial outcome. Killer hasn't found him yet. A teammate is helping him with his first gen. Feels very safe in that. Is concerned about the other survivors not on gens, but did see Laurie had made some progress. First down. But the first gen... Tap with 2 points on the board. He sees a totem over here. Is it the Hex? It is not. Tap will prefer to spend time on the gen instead. The killer is near. Ooh, Laurie is still up. I only just noticed. Fans of Tap will most certainly be very happy with how this game is going so far. Maybe his little sweat is brewing on the brow of Michaela fans. This is a very strong start. Again, stakeout stacks. They may not be too useful here with not much synergy, but each great skill check is a little bit better than the good. It will help out, and it may be what secures the game for Tap. You never know. That 1% extra might help. Steve on the totem. Is that Huntress's Lullaby? No immediate fear to worry about with there's a totem down there and totem up there in the house. Oh, the killer might be on Tap here. Tap maybe wanted to go into the house to feel a little bit safe here. Maybe eyeing up the notorious window. He does. Wesker choosing to go round. Opting for the bound. Not too helpful there. Does Wesker keep on Tap here? Think Tap has eluded the killer. Not completely. Steve going in for that gen. Tap curious about the totems over here. Huntress Lullaby is not necessarily in effect right now. But he would like to remove that. Then again, the hex symbol is gone. Maybe it's already been removed. Ooh. Tap gonna maybe stick around by the hook and get the save. 2 survivors on a gen. Oh, they're gonna be pushed off, unfortunately. But we can get the save here. Hopefully Wesker does not come back. He does not. He has tap on 5 points already. Very good start for him. He may be thinking, with only 1 gen left and only 1 hook, maybe he could like hang around for some flashlight saves. Get some extra points. Every point may matter here. But Tap choosing to go for the gen up here. Maybe thinking that it would be better to just confirm the gens are done first and then think about some flashlight saves later on. It is the first game. Maybe he thinks the playing safe is the better play here. Wesker is no doubt a strong killer. Maybe does not want to allow for any snowball possibilities. I do fear for Michaela though. She will have a strong game to play, and perhaps with a safe game like this that Michaela may have to play a little bit more riskier. Or maybe she will want to make sure that she pops all the gens. We'll have to see how she feels in terms of confidence, nervousness. You never know. Tap has... I do believe Tap has not used a single stakeout. In this game so far. And he continues not to. He is going to pop this gen. He is not, because the killer is here. Which does mean Yun gets the gen. Or Michaela might be thinking, here is my wiggle room to secure a victory. Tap. If I do believe is pop 2 gens. The team pop 3. It is no ed. Tap. Actually quite happy with the notion that he did not pop the gen in front of the killer. Laurie chooses to leave. We do fear a Blood Warden. Blood Warden is not here. Tap, injured. It's his first game. No ed is in play. I think Tap and he decides to leave. Now, of course, he gets an extra point for opening the exit game. He did not get a point for leaving. It's only opening the exit game. I see Rift's bringing some. True, true. He's from the survivor side. So, it does leave options open for who the killer could possibly be. Michaela spots Leon. Very proud of the Leon for opting to go to his own gen. Michaela, headstrong in the fact that doubling up on gens is not the strongest thing. Because if the gen gets pressured, that's 3 people off a gen now. Praying that the Leon is the one that has been called out here. Leon up in the top house gen. She does not mind prove herself because it does earn her 2 points. She will wish to pop as many gens here as possible. I'm gonna have to contact the team about this because we did pop the gen. It was not a DC at 5 gens. Oh, the team is in my ear. We do see the Grandma's cookbook. We will be going to Swamp. Michaela, strong in her opinion, from what I know, that she doesn't necessarily agree with survivors bringing the Swamp. She would much prefer to see a Cold Wind offering. Grim Pantry, she doesn't mind as much. She prefers this out of the two if she's going to get the Swamp. Much worse maps as a survivor for sure. Maybe using the green on her clothing to hide from the killer. Is a Huntress. Sort of the killer that is why she doesn't necessarily like the Swamp. It's a much smaller map. Easier for the Huntress to roam around. She sees the Huntress. It's my back there making decisions. We don't employ the participants as employees. I think that would be a... there'd be many questions asked of why people in the tournament are also making decisions. Got all our friends today. Perhaps less than you desire. Michaela not opposed to some further hook spawns. Michaela, not too happy about Steve bringing the killer to a gen. She exclaims as she brings the killer to a fellow survivor's gen. Not the start that you'd like to see from the Michaela. She's just like, oh. If only Steve didn't bring her to this gen. Huntress looking at the edge map for Survivor. She hears Ada. The leave a dog at your house kind of cheap. Meg will be having her performance later. Don't you worry. Ada goes down. Gabriel taking a hit. Michaela with 1 point on the board. It's always one more than 0. Can she get 3 points here? She gets the 3 points. Aggressively. But she now has 3 points on the board. She'll opt to go around here. Up the stairs. Very nice evasion. Does Michaela make? Such great evasion that she scares off the killer. Fans of Michaela cheering. Huntress opting to check this gen. She knows that it was being moved before. She does not come to check the gen. Hi, Robbie. Welcome in. Welcome to the Champion of Light tournament. Hope you are doing well. Maybe people are crying that Michaela should be setting up the boon here. With a survivor potentially coming to the second hook, maybe opting just to make sure that some gem progress is on the board. She is up to 5 points. She only needs 3 more to tie. If she gets 8 points, a rematch will be in play in the first bracket. If she can get 9 points, Steve going in for the save. Michaela doesn't have to make the decision of whether she needs to go in or not. If she can get this gen here, fantastic hit from the Huntress there. Huntress protecting the hook there. I think Michaela may opt to move in here for the save, if she's just going to be protecting the gen anyway. Steve going in for the save. Michaela not having to make the difficult decision there. Strong showing from our contestants indeed. It's a very strong performance. A little risky here, injured in the open. But Michaela hoping that Steve can give just enough time to eke out the points here. Lovely. So that's Michaela with 7 points. If she can get this gen here, it will give her the 9 points that she needs to beat Tap. Steve giving the killer a great run here. I think Michaela, she may win this. She is very close to popping this gen. Michaela is through. Michaela has beaten Tap. Tap very much in distraught. Also adrenaline from Steve. Fantastic play. Michaela doesn't necessarily need to escape here, doesn't need anything more. She has already put herself through in the tournament. But if she can open this, she will be our first participant with 2 digits in her score. What a great opening from our participants. She will wait for the... She'll open the door. And now, it doesn't matter if she escapes or not. So she may be looking to help her team out. We tapped it not. Deliverance from Steve! Michaela might not even have to move in here. Michaela opting to stay inside the doorway in case of a rogue hatchet. Welcome in, Fluffy. How are you doing, lovely? Very close match, and Tap should be very proud of his performance. He should indeed. 2 strong killers in this opening performance. Michaela doing some incredible worried performances here. Rogue Hatchet there. Here to help the Steve out if he needs it. GG's. Michaela with 10 points on the board. So she will be going through to the winner's bracket. She'll be playing game 1. And Tap will be playing game 1 of the loser's bracket. Tap, surely a strong opponent for whoever they face in the loser's bracket. The next loser between Kate or Jill will have fear of going to the loser's bracket unless they can pull out a strong performance themselves and feel confident that they can pull it back against Tap. You never know what will happen in these games.